you go to the final zone by some means, however that is, of the expansion, whatever the secret zone is, basically, that isn't listed on the Ether Currents yet. And that zone, you do a couple main story quests. It'll finally offer one that is like, this is a level 80 quest. You have to actually get to 80 first, then you can complete it. I don't actually know, it might also require, in Shadowbringers, it required you to do at least one of the role quests, role quest sequences. In this, I'm gonna guess probably it also will, so I'll have to go finish that up. Then I will be able to finish the rest of the MS2, which will almost certainly involve even more lore dumping as we get there. And then there will be the level 80 dungeon, and then the level 80 trial, and that will be the final boss, probably. We'll see if they go even extra, since this is literally the final boss of the... Like, this is the conclusion of the entire story arc of Hydaelyn and Zodiark and the Ascians. All of that is coming to an end in 6.0 in this expansion. In Shadowbringers, they concluded the first part of the Shadowbringers story in 5.0, but then the overall Shadowbringers story continued until the end of 5.3. So it's like another year of the actual story. In this, they've said specifically 6.0 is the conclusion of the Hydaelyn and Zodiark arc. So yeah. Very probably by skipping cutscene stinger. Also by playing more, and by taking fewer breaks, and by just generally being faster about doing objectives. You could also probably have finished much faster if you didn't bother for Ether Currents at all. Just go back later to do them. Because flying does not help you during the MS2 completion, since you can't get your last Ether Current until the last main story quest of the zone, because that always gives you the final one. So yeah, a lot of little things. Whew. So yeah, there's a lot of shit left, basically. Aw. It is fine to admit you're scared. Aw. Aw. They don't have a conversation. Aw. And that's what learning is called. Or that's what is called learn. Whatever. Words. Yeah, you can almost certainly expect me to be on at like a similar time tomorrow. In other words, basically when you wake up.
Phew! Oh, finally some rest. Why, I haven't spoken so much in, well, in forever.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that, were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt. Master Louisoix, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget.
Oh, no.
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
I didn't bring a box of tissues. Shit.
Yes, I am.
Vilfson and Blovida, Sharlayan's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moonbreeder's parents.
It hath been some time. Tis good to see you in good health.
Likewise, old friend. Blovida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
I'll say, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where. Do you have any idea how worried we were?
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say, knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized, and meaningless in the moment.
Silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know, we always know.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while, arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better. I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together. You've no idea how proud we are.
To see the boy, our daughter, trusted and believed in more than anyone, grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
I think I can feel her too. The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
This moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
You could ask the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing. And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
forget that these assholes keep laying all these feels landmines and then just waiting for them to go off whenever they deem appropriate. Huh. Hi, Gav. Hey, buddy. Do you miss Minbrita? No, you have no fucking idea who that is? Okay. Did you just bark? Why are you so weird, Gav? Hey, Gav. Hey, buddy. Who smells worse? The Chocobo Geth or you? Yeah, it is you. That's right. Good boy. Meow. You're literally not even wrong, Stinger. Meow. In a second, I'm grabbing a... Meow. Yeah, I'm grabbing some zebra cakes. It's important. We need zebra cakes inside our body. You know, to properly balance the light and dark ether. Meow. The fuck do you mean matters not to me? Yeah. That was my understanding, yeah. No, please. Okay, it's only making me chase him once. Rogo. Ah. Mm. Alright, man, I'll give you my thoughts and prayers, no problem. I kind of want this article of clothing. That looks pretty good. Also, I like that eye color. Fine. A special deal on Frog King jobs. It's 3 gil. Fair enough. Oh fuck, I can't, I have to, yeah, oops. I forgot to remove something from my inventory first. Here, you go in my mouth. You go on the ground. Yeah, you too. Super definitely you. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Oh, very. Yeah, uh-huh. Alright, that's plenty. Not even a lot of crafting. Mostly, I just need to. If I want to desynth a lot of my like unused gear that I have now, I would just need to go like level up at least one crafting job to like 83 or something, and that would be plenty. And then brain. Actually, that's practically it, right? And then I need to open some of those coffers on my other jobs to get those pieces of gear generated, because I don't need another 515 weapon for Bard, because I already have one. Well, I have a higher level one. Oh, this is a huge upgrade, isn't it? Jesus. I completely forgot that they give you side pieces from side quests. Like, side quests are the ones that give you these pieces. That's why I haven't gotten any fucking rings, because I haven't been doing side quests. Intentionally, because I don't need to. It would be a waste of the XP. But also it does have that side effect. Man, who would have thought that thoughts and prayers are actually literal and do work? Kappa. It's supposed to be around here, wasn't it? I don't know, let's see if I go north. How close do I get without having to go up a tier? Huh. What? Actually, I guess it is probably here. Yeah. Ah, there's another one to the northwest up here. Okay, hello. You're just a tree, I don't care. Theopaldon. Why do I also feel like this name is familiar? Yay, hi. I love Alexei. Yo, Riddick, Sphinx. Damn straight. Oh, I can spare all the time for Grahatia. Exciting. We're gonna go do a two-person job. Call it a heist. It's probably not a heist, but we can call it one. It's fine. I don't mind. Uh, you know, it's only minor changes, but it has felt fairly substantially different. I think it's largely because of Bloodletter having charges and AoE play being very different thanks to they made Shadow Bite like a effectively straight shot but for AoE based on quick knock procs. Like literally, if you remember, like I'm going to watch this cutscene first. There's no way. Right, there's no way. Thought that might be going in a direction that it did not actually go, but okay. Anyway, yeah, basically if you already like knew, like if you played Bard and Shadowbringers and stuff, and so you like had a, you know, like had a feel for the rotation of that expansion, basically 100%, 95% of like your fundamentals from that, you're gonna play this and be like, oh, this feels practically the same, but also this feels very different simultaneously. It's really weird. It's hard to... Oh, you played it for most of... Okay, yeah. Then, yeah. Yeah, you'll be like, oh, this feels like exactly the same thing, but also this feels very different. So, like, I would say the characterization of very different is mostly just in terms of, like, there's so many minor differences that I guess, relative to the fact that they didn't do like a major overarching like rewrite of the entire class. Despite that, just only making small changes, somehow it still feels more different than you would think, I guess, basically. Excuse me. But yeah, Bloodletter charges is the biggest thing by far, 100%. Well, no. There's two biggest things. One is not having to worry about your dots specifically for repertoire procs, because the songs just periodically proc repertoire. The other one is Bloodletter charges, and then the AoE thing is also pretty big, but I guess it kind of just changes you from doing Quick Knock constantly to doing Quick Knock constantly and sometimes Shadow Bite, and you don't have to worry about like putting a dot on every single individual target, so that's pretty nice. And you also you'll probably have more Rain of, what was it called? Rain of Deaths to cast. Yeah, it really was. Also the song rotation, like the song rotation's identical, obviously, but the songs last longer, so it feels a little less, to me, it feels a little less frantic. It feels a little more relaxed, even though it's the same proportion of time that each song is up. Because the cooldown's 120 seconds, the duration's 45, so you do 45 of Minuet, 45 of Ballad, you know, and then 30 of PM, which is still 25% of the time. I guess having Army's Peon up for a longer time at once is kind of annoying because of how slow of a period that is. Having Song Rotation and Barrage line up with Raging Strikes is really nice. They're guaranteed to have Raging Strikes for if you're doing AoE rotations, for Ballad. If you're doing an encounter, you're gonna have it for Minuet. Trying to think what else there is. Also, I think I don't know why, but no, I just have them on Q&A. But yeah, there's still two. And then Iron Jaws is here, and yeah, like, you know, the Iron Jaws stuff is same as before. You know, get your Raging Strikes dots up at the beginning, and then Iron Jaws them, and then they last 45 seconds, so that's nice. So you get 60 seconds of max power dots instead of 45 or whatever. Per rotation, I guess. Yeah, it's a lot of it's like a number of little nice changes. Also at I think 86, Apex Arrow becomes basically like a 2-attack combo. Once you get to 80 Soul Voice. As long as you get to 80 Soul Voice, then it becomes use Apex Arrow and it becomes a combo for Blast Arrow. So that's pretty nice. It's just another very powerful cylinder attack. I think what else is going on here. Not a lot. Oh, and then there's the level 90 thing, which I still haven't picked up, obviously, but yeah, so each time you sing a song, it'll give you the coda for that song, and once you've sung N codas, you can use this Radiant Finale to get a % buff to the entire party's damage. And it's on a 110 second recast? I don't totally know why 110 exactly, but I guess that's just to make it easier to line up with the cooldown windows. But it's weird that Barrage doesn't get that treatment and Raging Strikes doesn't get that treatment, but whatever, it's fine. I'm sure like someone that does raiding probably knows why it's useful for this specifically to have a 110 while the others are 120, and could probably tell me if asked. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, there's a Troubadour recast down to 90 seconds at 88. But yeah, it feels good. I've enjoyed it. Okay, then I guess Machinist presumably then got the same thing. That's cool. No, that's not the one I want. I actually want Ether Currents. Thank you. I'm still missing 3. Jesus. They're probably back in the beginning area because I never actually like went there or explored there like properly. No problem, dude. Thanks for stopping in. Enjoy if you're gonna lurk during work or anything. Random thought, I'll probably, if we're close to completing the stuff in this zone, I'm just gonna, like, I'll just get a vague sense after I turn this quest in. I might complete the zone and do whatever well, actually I probably don't want to do that because I don't want to try queuing for a trial tonight at like 5 a.m. Pacific. I'll see. Maybe I'll actually just stop right now after turning this in if it looks like there's still a ways to go. Yeah, so when I got to the final trial of Shadowbringers, it was at like, I don't know, 4:38, 5 a.m. or some shit. And the final, like, the cutscene right at the end of the last dungeon of Shadowbringers, the level 80 dungeon that is really, really, really hype. Like, I was hella pumped. How many days after release? God, I didn't even actually play through the end of Shadowbringers until, no, way later. October, I think? Oh, yeah. Definitely October. It was October, like, it was the week of, like, October, like, high teens. I remember because I started Shadowbringers while I was at the hotel. Very possibly, I couldn't find a date referenced on. Actually, I might be able to find one. But it might have been the day that my brother had his surgery that I actually started Shadowbringers. And then I finished it later in the month. And yeah, so when I finished that, it was like dick o'clock. And so I was like extremely like adrenaline pumping, like, yeah, I'm ready, let's go, let's fuck this guy up, like, you know, let's win the fucking video game. And I sat in queue for like 45 minutes of just like, I know that this isn't gonna happen, but come on. And then finally, after 45 minutes, I was like, okay, fine, I get it. I'll come back tomorrow. So I had to come back the next day. Also, what's up, Darts? Yeah, Expansion's good. I'm enjoying it. So I've been doing some very lengthy streams. I think it was 15 hours, both Friday and Saturday. Today we're on 13. It feels like I'm just about to stop. We'll see. Aw. I would never think you were kicked out for prattling on. This is going to grant an ether current. Interesting. It's not like I'm doing anything else with my time darts. I'm currently still on leave from work, and excuse me, and enjoying a video game. Might as well indulge myself for a weekend. Even more than I normally indulge myself. Are we ready to await our companions? I feel like some cutscenes are gonna occur. We'll see whether it's an obscene number of cutscenes. Whew.
All set, I take it?
We finished what we could. Delivered supplies, tracked down escaped animals. Trivial tasks as they may be.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the ether burner, that is.
Ah, had a feeling we might find you all here.
Our consultations with the Loperates, too, have run their course. Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have, for the most part, been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
All that remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
Alphino, are you there? It's me, Cryo. Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner. I bring urgent news. A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbor. Your presence is requested with all speed.
Now, where might this delivery be? Oh.
I'm sure it's very important, but we cannot accept things without the proper permits.
Let the Prima Vista up there.
Surely, these can't all be.
The Sky Pirates! Holy shit.
Bleeding hellfire! They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
And more on the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Yes, because you were charged with seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. An hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalaman shard.
I'll have you know I went all the way to the entrance. Furthermore, 'twas my contacts that enabled us to enlist the cooperation of the Sky Pirates.
Oh my god, they're perfect for each other. Can we please just drop them both in the ocean?
Well then, credit where credit's due. You did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Take that back.
Make.
I will not stoop to your level.
My, what a grand welcome party. Hancock and Saraban. We come bearing relics both sacred and elegant, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance.
I myself have come with a sacred relic of Rayson Temple. 'Twas passing fortunate that Senri's dango craving brought us to Kugane. We arrived precisely as Hancock was making his arrangements. Upon learning of your need, we made haste back to Hell's Lid, with our dango, never fear, and consulted with the other auspices. All consented to the lending of Tenzin's legendary Phoenix Blade for this noble cause. Suzaku and Seiryu were nevertheless worried that it might be lost in transit, however, and insisted upon accompanying me to Onakol, where I had intended to entrust it to our Confederate allies. I thought instead to give it over to Hancock when we chanced to cross paths yet again. But alas, Seiryu remained ill at ease, and ordered me see the blade into your hands personally, or die trying.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in
The
time.
Prima Vista. Oh my god.
Fortunately, our majestic associates have been more than helpful. 'Tis an honor to join the Warrior of Light on another adventure, they tell me.
That airship is owned by the performing troupe
Wonderful to hear.
that was associated
Extraordinary cost. I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
with the FF12 Alliance raids in Stormblood.
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino.
Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Aldenar Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability. And since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gil need be rendered up in compensation. Everything is already yours.
We funded the venture. When?
Don't let the name fool you. This coin keeper knows a thing or two about spending.
Tataru.
When it comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount. We also have the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement. She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions. We even had coffers to fill.
I remain, of course, an entirely neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were needlessly full.
I love everything about this.
We can hardly take them with us on your teeny-tiny toy boat, now can we? And 'twould be a shame to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent.
And I love her.
Waste not.
Holy shit.
However did you manage so much in so short a time? We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Did I not tell you I have my ways?
And
You were involved too.
I like this guy.
I received a letter from Cryle after we parted ways in Labyrinthos. She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the Gleaners, spread across the world as we are. I pray you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlotte. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know. That is why I chose to help the Scions, to combat the obliteration of those countless undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters, though, rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed. To make a long story short, the whole of the guildship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
Oh, look at this crew.
What's this about a ship that can fly to the moon?
I haven't seen it all expansion.
The one time you don't beg my aid, your problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon. Sid, you brought the team.
And Nero.
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new favorite ship. Oh, I nearly forgot. We stopped by Whirlid before coming here and picked up a package from Gaius.
A package from
He's
Gaius.
still of the mind that actions make for better penance than words, contrite or otherwise, so we offer none of the latter. What he sent is an Allegan relic Valens used in his weapons experiments. Has a fair bit of refined adamantite in it too.
Wow.
As you like us not suspect, we've also brought adamantite for Mordona's Dalamud shard. admit to some consternation upon first receiving Quoll's message. So few scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition. However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's treasure hunters, not least among them.
Nice.
I know. How the Gobbyflock fought. Slowfix's gratitude for the safe return of his daughter has not waned, and he gathered his kin to our side with an astounding quickness. The clash between their machina and the Allegan defences was a sight to behold. I wager even you would have been impressed by the magnitude of the Gobby booms.
Alpha.
Fascinating as all this is, I fail to see how it explains your presence here.
Barshan.
Does Razat Khan not have more pressing concerns?
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you. Though they chose to take their leave of Thavner, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better. You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Summer, and his journey across the great expanse. As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere. Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent. Ajdaya's answer was silence, as ever. Tiamat and Chrisvelgre, however, responded favorably to the suggestion. My sire, too, stirred from his slumber long enough to speak and say, "Very well." Thus have I brought you his own worm scales. Fit them to your purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales. So I invited myself.
I like Nidana.
Look at me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believe it again.
Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent.
Think of how far we could go! What we could do with that much power! What we could blow up!
If Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the science end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
Yes, Father?
I know not what you seek of Hydaelyn, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it. The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility. Do you understand? And are you prepared?
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Then I will bear it with you. I beg you, share your struggles with me, as family. You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst. 'Twas love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming, and a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage. I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures. The great exodus would succeed, must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative.
Hi, thanks for the raid, Rob Scout.
If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisois openly decried Charlien's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool, perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing, when he perished at Cartano. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you. No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship. I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we have seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures.
That's good.
Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to?
Millions. Though I have wronged my children most gravely,
I owe you an apology as well. I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger. Yours, in particular.
You're not wrong.
I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
If we've finished loitering about the harbor, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You have no small number of friends and admirers here, after all.
Go with this one. They don't. None of them really sounds like me, but go with this. Yeah, one inspiring line.
Your assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
Oh, God. Alright, cutscene over. Alright. Yo, thank you for the raid, Romscat. Welcome in anybody that was watching or lurking Rom stream, which I would guess would have been SMT5, maybe, but if not, I'm unironically surprised. So we're playing through main story quest of Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, which is actually not released yet, I guess, according to whatever weird terminology people use for game releases per se. It's still in early access, but it's been in early access since Friday, so I've been playing for, fuck, what, 40 plus hours already, because I don't have a life. If you've never seen Final Fantasy XIV before, it's an MMO, but the main story basically is like a single-player RPG for all intents and purposes. Personally, I really love their storytelling, the narratives that they do, so I enjoy this game quite a lot. There's also MMO stuff involved, of course. I also enjoy MMOs. But yeah, we're pretty deep in here, so that was a fairly significant cutscene. Also, you know, it's always nice to have like a moment of like joy before we're probably about to descend into like the very real shit before we actually manage to beat the game and save the world and so on. No, don't click on Thancred again. So just thinking about that cutscene, God, so we called upon the help of every foreign nation that we've encountered in the course of all of the expansions since A Realm Reborn, and A Realm Reborn itself. The Gleaners, whom we just recently met, the Sky Pirates, whom we met in Heaven's Word, the Confederacy, whom we met in Stormblood. We went back to the world that we visited in the Shadowbringers. Gaius, whom we met in Shadowbringers, sent help of his own. We ran into Soroban, who brought news related to the Trial series that we did in Stormblood, as well as the Prima Vista airship that was owned by the Performing Troupe from the Stormblood Alliance raids that were centered around Ivalice. We've touched the Crystal Tower, the Binding Coils, God. We even ran into Reen in the first, who helped us with the normal raids in Shadowbringers. We have hit upon everything. Every bit of content. The literal only exception is the Yorha Dark Apocalypse Nier Automata inspired Alliance Raid series from Shadowbringers. The events from that haven't impacted on this main story specifically. I think every last other bit of content in the game has somehow played into the progression towards this. That's wild. Even Alpha, the small chocobo from the Omega raids in Stormblood, showed up. And the little Omega, like miniature Omega, came along with him. Oh man. Okay. I guess this is... We're probably about to get to the dungeon for this area? I would imagine, probably? I don't know. Let's find out. Fair warning, for folks coming from the raid, I will probably be calling it a night soonish, but... we'll see. Maybe at this point, if there's a dungeon. I might just do it. Wait, they delved from here? I thought the story went that they found access to the Ethereal Sea from Dravanya. Maybe not. What? Oh, spaceship. Right, right. There's a spaceship. And it looks fucking amazing. Teeny tiny toy ship. As the Loperate said. In what way exactly? Oh my god. The fuck is this? Let's hear it. Or I guess let's go to this other spot first, and then let's hear it. But I'm gonna guess we're gonna go over there and go down. He's gonna be like, alright, in order to get to Heidelin, you have to do this dungeon. And at that point, I'm thinking I should probably go to bed rather than continue. Where does this elevator... Oh. Oh, it goes all the way in. Good lord. Ugh. I'm very torn. I guess the headache has gone down a fair bit over the last little bit. let me go ahead and close my room door a bit. Or all the way if Geth wants to leave. He probably doesn't. He probably just wants to sit where he is, like a lump on my bed. Alright, buddy. You can just stay right there. Yeah, good job. You're doing a good job. Good boy. Okay. Fine. Let's do it. But first, small talk. Agreed. Let's go on in.
I stand ever ready.
I'm gonna regret this when we get to the end of this and then it's like, cool, now there's a trial, and I'm like, fuck, queues are not gonna happen. Eat some random food. God, what do I even have? Just trying to get rid of old food. Ah, I don't have it. Fine, we're getting spell speed. Very useful.
Order with the lens, and I trust you can hear me. Those things are pure malcontent, the residue of lives unfulfilled.
It's a very, very strange dungeon. The music is just, it's very odd. Not bad. Is not what I'm getting at. Like, there's something unusual about it. I do recognize there's an arrangement of the zone theme in Labyrinthos. I don't know why I feel this is so weird. Something off about the rhythm? Oh. Well. Indeed, we are even getting a chance to see, oh my god. Gaius is mine, body and soul, do you hear me? You cannot have him. Oh, Lord. Fucking Livia. Yeah, Livia Sausagenius was one of the Imperials we defeated en route to saving basically all of Eorzea from the Garlean Empire back in A Realm Reborn. She had a thing for Gaius Van Delsar. Although it's not really clear why, because there's no real evidence that he had any fucking idea she existed. Yo, random phase, thanks. Ow. Imagine not noticing the bullets about to shoot you. You're mine. Not one of their, this is not one of their more inspired encounters of the expansion, that's for sure.
Follow the flow of ether. It will guide you. The ether is too dense. Ah, I'm losing you.
Oh. What the fuck? Alright, sure. Yeah, this looks expected and normal.
Prepare yourself.
Her axe. She did love that axe. My turn. My turn. My turn. I wonder whose turn it is. I'm just gonna hold my full apex arrow for the fight that is about to occur. Really? Retarded. Arvita. Oh God. I can't believe, I literally cannot believe that Square Enix even remembers that Rattata and Sauce Arvina exists. How is this? What are you doing? Ah. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I'll show you guys after I wrap this up. after this dungeon, I should specify. I won't be able to show you without being able to open up the duty finder.
If I may.
Oh. This looks okay. Yeah, checks out, Spinner. What is this boss gonna be? Is this gonna be fucking La Brea or something? God, I hope not. Let's find out.
Is as far as you go. Oblivion beckons!
Huh. Oh, interesting. Just gonna wait on cooldown since I have the opportunity.
Many faces have I worn, but this is my favorite by far.
This particular one's Endwalker.
You will persist in this folly no longer. The stage is set.
Larbert.
Let the curtains rise for the main attraction. What a boorish audience you are! Hold still. Hold still.
Larbert. Nice blast arrow. Very well executed. I like to fire my blast arrow perpendicular to the enemy, you know, to get the tangential hit on them. Almost got him. GG. And we got level 90. Nice. Get on, Amon.
Lies! All lies! Your dreams, your hopes, your futures, delusions and lies!
Well, that's probably not as good as if he'd actually, like, dissipated or gone the fuck away, for example. Alright, where am I putting Radiant Finale? Excuse me. Yeah, I know about this thing. Yep. Alright. I have a feeling we're about to find out about what the trial is gonna be. Let's do that. Don't worry about it, Stinger. Ever. Hi again. What's up?
My very essence begins to wane. Sweet, sweet agony.
Leave this to him.
Come to deal the coup de grace. Good. Watching you struggle against the inevitable is bad comedy. Erase me from existence, soul and all.
Soul and all. Yo, Wester.
How would you know that name?
Then it was you. In Elpis. With Emet-Selch. The final pieces fall into place. In my halcyon days, as the mortal Ammon, I was haunted by a dream. Night after night, the faceless multitude, the voiceless cries, shards of shattered memories. But slowly, the fog began to clear. This was Elpis. And I was Hermes. Recurring though it was, I paid this dream little heed. It was only when I was granted the seat and memories of Fandaniel that I knew these visions to be true. They were the memories of Hermes that he himself erased using the power of Kairos. Or so he thought. In his attempt to burn away the events of that fateful day, he succeeded only in searing them more deeply into his soul. My soul.
Oh.
Death failed to expunge them. No matter how many times it came. Rebirth after rebirth, from one Fandaniel to the next. I wonder, is Emet-Selch adrift somewhere in this ethereal sea? In defeat, finally remembering your time together in Elpis? How it must gall him to be entrusted with knowledge of the final days, only to be rendered powerless to act upon it. So many lifetimes dedicated to restoring his beloved Amaron in blissful ignorance. Oh, folly! But make no mistake, my life as Hermes is not the reason I invited the world's end. I have lived. I have struggled. I have dredged the very depths of despair. And in the detritus of existence, I found the truth. I served a great ruler, powerful beyond measure. The world his dominion. Yet even he and his vast empire were destined to fall. To become one with oblivion. At the end of life's journey lies only death. So I ask you, why live at all? We betray, we torment, we murder. We are wicked, spiteful creatures, without exception. If life is so sacred, so precious, why fill it with such misery? Man wallows in a hell of his own making without purpose or meaning. To live is to suffer, and I would end that suffering by my own hand. It matters not if it flies in the face of all believed right and just.
Death is the only solution!
That is my truth. My answer to the question. And yet, even as the words pass my lips, I am filled with doubt. Has my search reached its end? Was this the only way? After all these years. Is this the answer I was hoping for?
The lamentations of the damned. How it vexes me to see your conviction falter at the last.
What the fuck?
Still clinging to existence, I see. You, who champion death so fervently, unwilling to accept your own, refusing to be purified and swept into the sea of souls. As do I. We prisoners to men, watching as the world turns. Though unlike me, you will be spared the ignominy of having your corpse made a puppet, dancing to another's tune.
Is that Arsahi?
Are you fucking kidding me?
How very astute. But let me be clear, I have not come to consort with the likes of you. Nor have I come to bemoan the state of the world following my untimely demise. In fact, I delight in mankind's downfall and the anguish it brings the savior of the savages. If I played some small part in the chaos, all the better. Not that I was in any position to resist. But to be made accomplice to the betrayal of Lord Xenos. I would die 1,000 deaths to exact my vengeance. Now you are at my mercy. I shall drag us both into oblivion, and you will never see the fulfillment of your magnum opus. Even should you be reborn, your desperate search for answers must start again.
Yup, thanks, Nightbox. Thanks for the raid.
And what might that be? My wish is all but granted. To die and take you all with me.
Don't try to follow me. I had more of you people than I could stomach in life. Never mind in death.
Likewise, I pray we do not meet again.
You had better hope not.
What a weird ass sequence that was. Asahi Brutus.
Come. Hydaelyn is waiting.
A giant asshole. Literally the most giant asshole. Oh man. There she is.
Brave travelers, I welcome you. I see. Thou didst journey under Elpis. And now, the rivers of time converge. I know why you have come. Yet I would hear you speak your reasons all the same.
You created the moon to deliver mankind from the final days. But is that really how it has to end? We do not wish to abandon this world. We want to protect the source and all of its shards.
To flee is but one of two paths. The other leadeth to Meteon, far beyond the stars, where she doth chant creation's requiem. Her domain is formed of dynamis, pure, absolute. Where emotion and memory govern all, ether will avail you naught. Meteon hath gathered the pain and despair of countless stars, and to go unprepared is to go unto your doom.
We'll beat her. We'll win. I swear it. Is what I might have said once. After everything I've seen, all the times I've succumbed to my own anger and fear. I can no longer pretend that courage and faith will be enough. But are we truly so powerless? That our only choice is to flee?
Far from it, my child. Long ago, the inhabitants of myriad stars, many more prosperous than Atheris, sought to free their worlds from life's woes. Sorrow and anger, conflict and hostility, despair, and even death itself. But as Meteon reported, every attempt ended in failure. Darkness abideth within every living being, and can never be cast out. Neither reason nor faith can challenge this immutable truth. live is to suffer. And in suffering, find strength and purpose and hope. As you have done so many times before. Thou dost pursue an impossible dream, yet knowing this, you pursue it nevertheless. And thou hast learned to depend on others as they do thee. Thy yearning for the power to save the powerless hath ever driven thee to greater heights. Thou hast grown strong. Though those closest to thee no longer walketh by thy side, their love remaineth thy guiding light. For duty's sake, thou hast been bound by truths unutterable time and time again. Yet thy heart hath never wavered, as thy companions will attest. In thy pursuit of mysteries great, all thou believest is brought into question. Undaunted, thy thirst for knowledge remaineth unquenched. The fires of hatred that once burned in thy heart burneth no more. From their ashes doth spring the light of love, warm and pure. As witness to black calamity, thou despaired at man's helplessness. Resolved, thou didst unite a distant world on the brink of collapse. And thou, my champion, when all did seem lost, thou never abandoned hope. For every trial and every foe that did bar thy way, thou hast proven equal to the challenge, drawing courage from the many bonds forged on thy journey. You have all known despair, and though the end approacheth, you walk on, heads held high. Therein lieth your power, the strength to silence the song of oblivion.
Then there is a means to confront her.
Yes, if you should prove yourselves worthy. Hark! Nigh impossible is it to send mortals to the edge of the universe. Should you fail, there will be no second chance. As the will of the star, I ask of you this. Do you possess the fortitude to stand firm when all around you doth crumble? Do you possess the faith to vanquish despair itself? Should you lack the strength to best a supreme deity, I cannot allow you to make the journey. You must leave this star and never return. Prepare yourselves.
Prove ourselves worthy, then. Sounds straightforward enough.
Aye. No room for confusion there. In any case,
too far to back down now. I am of the same mind. What power I have, I shall bring to bear.
The three of you seem to be forgetting who we're up against. It's not every day we battle a divine being of untold power. Well, not quite every day. Do try not to get underfoot. Needless to say, there'll be no margin for error.
Let us hold nothing back. The people of this world and those beyond the rift.
Alas, the question I posed to thee in Elpis hath remained unanswered these long years. I would hear thy response, warrior of light. Shouldst thou emerge victorious?
Well, Stinger, that was before she turned on literal God mode. That's a fantastic line. This is certainly among the more momentous moments in the entire video game, that's for sure. Very reminiscent of the final battle of FF13, and this isn't even the final battle. Please don't make me spend all my MP on you. I need it for the party. Oh god. Form a party and face Heidelin. That's not totally what I expected to see. Well, I don't have to worry about queue times. Let's fucking go, dude.
The last of my kind shall test thee. Come, prove thy worth.
Interesting. Okay. You get 2 second chances. Alright, good to know. Alright, team. Let's fucking go for it.
Have you the strength of will to alter man's fate? Change of arms. May the test continue. I have you now. We're here or far.
Ow.
You cannot stop us. And now this. Gloves are off. Light unyielding.
Hold still.
By blade.
I say.
Light unyielding. You underestimate me.
Something special for you.
By blade. Pistols of light. To me.
That was a waste of Troubadour. I don't know why I did that.
Fly, my children, and never look back. Then you are resolved. This test is far from over. By crystal's light. My turn!
Oh, I see. Oh.
High or low? Light unyielding.
Allow me.
By blade.
Ow. Oh, I'm super. Oh. Okay, Oriange saved my ass right there. Oh, Jesus.
We're near or far.
Good lord. Huh.
Allow me.
I'll just follow you. That seems like a good idea.
Stop us. Allow me.
This will hurt.
Light unyielding.
Something special for you.
At last, man has the strength to.
No! This can't be happening!
Though my power is in constant flux, I have always kept a reserve for this very moment. It was a true test of your prowess. You have done well.
There is one thing I must ask. By sundering the world into 14 shards, the ether of all living beings too was divided. This reduction would in theory allow us to more easily interact with Dynamis. Having seen mankind brought to the very precipice of extinction, you wished for us to develop a means to overcome despair. You believed we had the potential, and sundered all creation to see it fulfilled, to deliver us to that swirling maelstrom of Dynamis in which our foe hides, and grant us the power to defeat her once and for all. Is this not true?
It is as thou sayest. 'Twas the trial to which I subjected mankind, and it hath led to untold bloodshed and suffering. There was no kindness, nor justice in the tragedy I wrought. When confronted with the almighty Zodiac, my only recourse was rend him and the world asunder, that his power be diminished for a time. And so it came to pass. Now you, my chosen, have surpassed my expectations, surpassed me. I entrust the fate of the universe unto you. This crystal contains the memory of Meteion's passage through the stars. Deliver it unto the Loporrits. They will guide you to her.
Though they may be capable of crossing great distances, there is a vast difference between traveling to the moon and the furthermost reaches of the great expanse. And unlike Meteion, we cannot simply soar on waves of Dynamis to our destination.
Indeed. To make such a journey would require an astronomical amount of ether. But a solution lieth close at hand.
What?
Of course.
Yes, my child. Ever since I became the will of the star, The ether drawn here had slowly crystallized. They who have answered my call know it well. While I have remained hidden, it has become the embodiment of the planet's will in my place. A faceless, omnipotent force of nature. The Mother Crystal, our final hope. Alas, I can do no more. The fulfillment of this task doth fall to you, my chosen. Now, heed these words. Darkness and light, despair and hope. As goeth one, so goeth the other. Become light, become hope. I have a gift for thee. Come closer. Long have I searched for a means to safeguard the future of this star. Though I knew failure after failure, by recalling thy tales and my promise to thee, I found the strength to carry on. Though the world is ever changing, thy thirst for adventure hath never waned. Thine unshakable resolve never ceases to amaze, to inspire. As a mark of my gratitude, I bestow this final gift. Thou dost possess the crystal of Azan, yes? As Heidelin, I reside over the forces of stasis, tranquility, peace. The laws which impart stability to existence itself. I will weave this self-same power into the crystal, granting thee mastery over matter, to give form to the formless. Use it wisely, or it will not last indefinitely. As thou hast seen on thy journey through the ethereal sea, souls are drawn to thee. Mayhap this trait will prove to be a boon rather than a hindrance. It is thy hopes and prayers that enable Azam's invocations and give them life. So keep them close. But pray, remember this. When the way forward is hidden, even from the mind's eye, look not to the invocation, but within yourself. These were the words of the crystal's original bearer. With that, my work is finished. Fulfill our promise. Right the wrongs committed when the world was yet whole. Silence the song of oblivion. Teach her a brighter melody. Show her our journey is far from over. have no doubt. For yours is a light brilliant beyond measure. Long after I have gone, though not even my soul remaineth, my love will be with you forever, my dearest children.
Ooh. What's up, Picto Cheat? Sorta, yeah. I expect if there's excuse me, sorry. If there's like a concrete difference, I expect we'll find out through the course of the rest of the story. We sort of had a little bit of battle. It's fine. I mean, in fairness, she literally challenged us to a fight to the death. She was like, I will literally banish you from the universe if you do not kill me. Naturally. Don't worry about it, Stinger. No, it's not too late. You don't have to worry about it. You can stop worrying anytime. Just don't worry, Forehead. Just be happy, Forehead. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is turn in this quest. There will be cutscenes. I will watch the subsequent cutscenes. Unless, if I right-click this NPC, if I right-click this NPC and it says, upon proceeding to your bedchamber, several cutscenes will play in sequence. If it says that, I'm just going the fuck to sleep right now, and I'm not doing that. However, if I right-click this and it's just like, go to your room, I'm gonna watch that, whatever the cutscenes are, and then I'm gonna go to bed. But yeah, lots of raids tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope that anybody that's gotten dropped into my stream, whether you do or do not play FF14, has gotten to enjoy, has found the barrage of story enjoyable. I know that I don't do a lot of like talking during like FF14 play, which like I don't really make much of an effort to like specifically make my stream entertaining or anything, and this is just the way I enjoy playing. So if you did enjoy despite that, I'm glad. I think this game is fantastic. I think it has an amazing story that is worth experiencing. Alright, let's find out if we are going to bed now or in about, let's say, 10 minutes after these cutscenes end. Yep. I know, yeah, isn't that wild? No, I'm great. I'm a little sleepy, you know. Okay, it does not say several cutscenes. Let's watch whatever is gonna come now. It'll probably still be like 5 to 10 minutes.
There you are. Some time, indeed, yes. For you, at least. Believe me, I'd meant to get some proper sleep. But here we are, drifting along instead. Well, well, you too. And so we remain, to watch and wonder. Yes, indeed. To begin, we first must see the end.
The fuck? that was significantly shorter than expected. Alright.